Good morning. I'm Mesdeline, and I am here with today's Oracle card. And it's from the Sacred Rebels Guidebook, and it's Listening for Truth. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there is little evidence of how it is all going to happen. I thought this was a great card for what's going on right now. It's all going to work out perfectly. If you're being asked to listen for the truth, not if, you are being asked to listen for the truths beneath the words rather than the superficial message of the words themselves. Listen for the message beneath the words. This is especially true for the communications of those around you, the press, the newspapers, and the mass media. I'm reading this out of a book that's been written years ago, okay? And it just is applying to right now. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper. Listen for truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. And you might be. Take it from me. You might be. Perhaps you've been working in a situation or loving in a relationship where truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. And I've seen this so many times in my life when I've worked with people doing healing work. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You're being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth, even if you feel you are the only one doing so. It's okay if you feel you're the only one. Just listen to the truth and honor it. Sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Yes, we do. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent this state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed even when many may want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice. But through your honorable deeds, done with integrity, you will be set free no matter what the outcome. You are a truth seeker. You. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others comfortable. Okay, so that was just the best statement of all. Never deny or try to quiet this down to make others comfortable, because that's sometimes. But that being said, I want to say, just because you see the truth or hear the truth or know the truth doesn't mean you need to blurt it out, okay? If you see something other people aren't seeing, there's probably a reason for that. You might be the one to bring the truth to them, and if that's so, you will have that knowing. Just ask your higher guidance, pray about it. If it's something, difficult that you need to share with somebody, or you feel the need to share, or it may not be their time to hear the truth. Okay. The other thing is, my truth isn't your truth. Now, the fact that the sky is blue, on a sunny day, I guess you'd call that a, truth for everybody. But I'll give you an example of my truth isn't the same as someone else's truth. Okay. So my daughter came home from school one day when she was in, I think, 8th grade, and she says, "Mom, Mindy called me a bitch today." And I immediately was like, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that she would hurt your feelings like that." And she looks at me and she goes, "My feelings aren't hurt." I said, "They're not?" She goes, "No, I know I'm not a bitch." So my truth would be, if somebody called me a bitch, my feelings would be hurt, right? Her truth was, she knew she wasn't a bitch. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Another example is, my friend got this new job and she loves it, okay? For her, the truth of that job is that it feeds her and it's just, she loves it. If I were in that job, it would eat my soul, okay? And so we all come from a different place. We all have a different filter. We all have different experiences that combine. And so what's true for me isn't true for somebody else. However, when it comes down to kind of universal truths, and one of the things that's said about, if you fear the truth is going to expose instead of heal, then there's something there for you to look at, okay? That's super important. I've seen that so many times, and even for myself in the past, I've done so much healing work on myself that, there are things that I just didn't want to look at. I didn't want to talk about, and then once I found that safe person, or the first probably safe place in a group was a women's group that I had, I don't know, 30 years ago. And there was just a few of us, and I felt like, I could speak my truth without being judged, without being punished, for instance. And so yeah, there was some things inside of me that needed to get out, and once they came out and were in the light is very healing, and I call it the light of love. And these women did not judge me. They just were compassionate and loving and caring and kind, and it was just a great thing. So I highly recommend circles of women, spiritual circles of women, especially because when I've created more than one in my life, and you'll find that different people are going through different things at different times and exposing different truths about themselves, or coming to awareness of truths in the world, whether it be in a relationship or the media blasting people with information that they believe that isn't true, or is just partly true sometimes. And so we're there for each other, right? So that kind of like, circling the wagons to create that safe space. Anyway, so I love this card. And just remember that it's time to hear the truth, see the truth, be discerning. Don't just hear the words. Know that your truth may not be the same as someone else's truth. And also that even if sometimes you gain a sudden awareness about something or a situation or somebody, and always check in to see if that's your truth to share, to speak, okay? I love you guys. Namaste.